Hi guys, it's John Mansell, ex-boozehound. Hope you're well. I've been a little remiss in forgetting to do my Happy New Year 2022 vlog, as I've done on the last few years. I only remembered when I got a Facebook reminder the other day. So I think realistically, if you want to know the message, it will be the same as I've said every year before. But let's say it again, because I've got some other news for you also. Um, Obviously, we're in a different locations to where I usually do the vlogs, but that's because I'm a little poorly boy. I've got a bit of man flu, and I'm trying to stay out the cold as much as I can. It's not COVID. I've done loads of tests. It's always negative, but which is oddly positive. But it's just knocking me about. So I think it's probably the 11th today or something like that of January. So Happy New Year. Obviously a bit tardy, a bit late, but never mind. Happy New Year to you. What I would have said on all the years before is yes, it's a new year, and it's a big thing to a lot of people. But realistically, if you ever listen to anything I've ever said and try to do some of the things I've ever said, we as mentalists and well, not everybody really. It's not just us mentalists, but it helps us to live on a day-to-day basis. And so when it goes from 2021 to 2022, yeah, it's great. It's something to celebrate. Although if you're a retired alcoholic, you can't celebrate how it should be. So it has little effect. And as it happens, this New Year's Eve, I was in bed by 8 o'clock because of my man flu. And please, yes, do get your violins out if you've got them. It's a new year, but it's a new day. Every day is a new day, and you start again. You have to start again. And I've had my first crash of this 2022. I've been a little bit manic or heightened for a number of weeks. And to be honest, I've been expecting a crash for probably 2, maybe 3 months, and it hasn't come, and it hasn't come because I do all the things that I talk to you guys about on a regular basis. I look after myself, I understand my illness, and I work on my illness, and I keep an eye on my illness. Having said that, I got told off yesterday by I bumped into my hero, a lady called Michelle, who works for the NHS, and although I've spent a lot of time at the start of exboozehound days slagging off the NHS, this particular woman made a difference, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here today. She got me, and I got her, and we moved forward, and I told her that yesterday, and it was great to bump into her. It really was. Really strange, actually, because I'd been to a really important meeting just earlier on. I'm not telling anybody who it was with yet, but they were VIPs, and we were having a discussion about my new project called Sup Gap, and now I'm going to have to put on my bins now, unfortunately. So here we go. Do I look clever? No, fair enough. So my new project, I've got a couple. There's one called Sop Gap and one called Thinking Differently. But at the moment, the Sup Gap one is rolling, and it's picking up some real pace. Subgap stands for Service Users and Providers Getting Actual Progress. And it said, the poster that I've created says, all of us actually working together, side by side, making the world we live in and its health and social care better. Service users, their carers, friends and families, service providers, primary, secondary and tertiary, NHS, police, ambulance, fire brigade, and all the employers of these organisations, GPs, psychiatrists, psychologists, CBT practitioners, mindfulness practitioners, anyone who cares about making the world a better place to live and not allow people to suffer horrendously in silence and solitude. Politicians, councils, governments, adult and children's social care, CAMS. I met with CAMS the other day. They're brilliant. I know not a lot of people have got positive things to say about them, but you'll be hearing more about CAMS from me, and I've got strong opinions on CAMS, and probably you would probably disagree with most of them, but that's fair enough. I agree. I disagree with myself half the time. And any other organisation that you can think of, including, and in particular, I've mentioned West Midlands ADAS, which ADAS is the Association of Directors of Social Services, which I've done a bit of work for. Well, I've done some stuff for. West Midlands Combined Authority. I want spiritual people, meditation, Reiki, Indian head massage practitioners, qualified or not qualified, and most importantly, you guys, you life experience warriors. And if you don't know what a life experience warrior is, you will very soon. And on the bottom of the poster it says, register your support by sending an email with just your first name and the first part of your postcode to SUPGAP, SUPGAP, at exboozehound, exboozehound.co.uk. It's already gathering a lot of pace, and I'm going to take the bins off now, and I still look as thick as I always did. It's gathering pace, and I know that what I'm trying to achieve, or what we're going to be trying to achieve, is virtually impossible, but we're going to do it anyway. And we'll make a lot of noise along the way, and we'll change things. I'm not going to go too much into it, but please have a look at my website, exboozehound.co.uk. It's the landing page. Send me an email, supgap@exboozehound.co.uk. Just your first name and the first part of your address, first part of your postcode. We do already have an international member from America. So it doesn't matter where you are in the country, where you are in the world. If you want to be part and show your support for Sup Gap, get it done. It is a new year, and it is a new exboozehound. When exboozehound started out in 2014, he was angry, he was mouthy, he was a little bit unpleasant to some people who I now know quite well, and I was out of order, but it was the way it was. Anger can be a good driving force, but again, it has to be channeled in the right way, and I don't think I necessarily channeled it right in the first place, but never mind. Early 2019, I was doing too much. I was trying to say, help everyone, and I fell apart again. January I did something like 196 hours. February I did about 160 hours. This is all obviously volunteering, no money whatsoever. In actual fact, the work that I've done over the years for exboozehound and Today Together hasn't made me money, it's actually cost me money. And so in March 2019 I fell apart again, and then since then, obviously we've had COVID, we've had lots of things, but also, in all honesty, I've been absolutely terrified to get back, get stuck in again, whatever that, because I'm scared to death of having another breakdown, because I don't believe that I could survive another one. But I found something, weirdly, some spiritual stuff, which I know some of you will mock me about, but that's fine. I don't care. I found a particular saying about there's a guy called Sadhguru, and it's all about not giving in to the fear of suffering. I've shared it, and I will share it again. And thanks to that, and let's be entirely honest, mania and a bit of being heightened and a bit manic, I've done some really strong work over the last few weeks, few months. The Sup Gap page on my website has been viewed in the last 30 days 211 times. So it's not huge numbers, but for an individual like myself, that's big numbers. I posted yesterday that if you've been considering sending an email to SUPGAP, stop considering, just do it. Send me over your postcode, the first part of your postcode, your first name. I'll ping you an email back for you to decide what level life experience warrior that you will be, and then we'll get on with the job of making things different. We'll get on change, and have a look at the website, and it explains it a little bit more. But so 2022 is a new year, obviously, and it's a new year for you, it's a new year for me, it's a new year for everybody. although it seems a bit same old with the old COVID and Boris getting in trouble every other week. But you know, it is what it is. After a great day yesterday, I went to that VIP meeting and bumped into my hero, Michelle, and I came back, and as I was coming along the bypass, I heard a chip on the stone on the window, and I thought, oh, there you go, here we go. And it was fine, it seemed all right. Pulled up outside my dad's house, switched everything off, and then heard and actually watched my windscreen start cracking. And I almost lost the plot and started shouting, "Why does the whole world hate me?" and all that sort of stuff, like you do when you're in a low. But I just started chuckling, and I walked in the house, and my dad said, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "My windscreen's just cracked," and he was like, "Well, how's that funny?" Well, it just is, you know. It's a great day, tiring day, you know, with this man flu. Have you got your violin? And a bit of mania and a bit of a crash. But you know, at the end of a really good day, the windscreen cracks, and after spending a small fortune on the car over the last 6 months, I've actually spent on it more than it's worth, I believe. I've now got to find another 115 quid for an excess for a windscreen. But you know what? It is what it is. Ship happens, and that's the way we roll. You know, it doesn't matter what happens in your life, how negative things get, how bad things get. I know that sounds a bit, you know, what do you mean it doesn't matter? Of course it matters. I don't want people to be upset. I don't want people to be struggling, but it's part of our game, part of the game we have to play as mentalists, part of the dance of the demons that we have to do on a daily basis. What really matters is how you react to it, and whether you react in the right way at the right times. And if you don't react in the right way at the right times and do the right things, you end up getting worse and worse and worse. And if I can do that, and it says that in the A to Z guide many, many times, if I can do these things, then you can too, without a shadow of a doubt. You know, it takes a lot of hard work, but it's worth it. You know, it really is worth it. You know, I've spent, you know, I spent a lot of my life existing, and I refuse to do that anymore. I'm gonna live, and you guys can do that too. Don't just exist, you know, live, and start the new year with a new attitude that, you know, things are going to get better, and they will get better. You know, they will get worse as well at sometimes. There's a brilliant song by, I think it's Dermot Kennedy, called "Better Days Are Coming." You know, have a Google of that and have a listen to that. It's brilliant, and have a listen to the words, because better days are coming. You may know me, if you know me, sorry, you will know that my motto is enjoy the good and ride out the bad, tattooed on my arm, and it's that for a reason. You know, we do know that the crap times are going to come along without a shadow of a doubt. If you've got a mental health issue or addiction or whatever's going on in your life. Just quickly, with regard to Sup Gap, you may assume that it's just mental health and addiction. Absolutely not. Anything, anybody, or any organisation or anything that comes into contact with health and social care, or as I prefer, social care and health, because if we get social care right, then the health will be less pressurised and have less, and will get better itself. So we need to put social care first, get that right. The guys that I know within the social care system are all amazing, and so we're going to work to anything that comes in contact with social care and health, anything at all. You know, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, because at the end of the day, you know, they're not exclusive, and I've said many times, we need to get rid of two words in a way, mental and physical, because at the end of the day, whatever it is, it's an illness, and we people have mental and physical illnesses all in one rolled up ball, and the reason that the system currently can't help them the way that they should be helped is because they try and treat the illness and not the person. They've been saying for a long time that we got these things called MCPs, which is multi-speciality community providers, and they're meant to have teams of people coming together to help one person. They call it what they call it, person-centered care. Dudley has its Dudley Onion, which explains what happens, and we all work around the person and not the illness. Well, I have to say, apologies for the next word, bullshit. They say it's happening, it's not. People are still trying to treat the illness, and that's not the way to go. We have to look at the person and build something around it. There's a page on my website, blog, and it's called something like Mr. Ben Explains Multi-Speciality Community Providers. And if you remember Mr. Ben, you'll know where I'm talking about. It's all about a one-door policy. You walk in one door and we all come scampering towards you. Social care, NHS, doctors, GPs, psychologists, everybody. We come towards you and help you as a person, rather than us all individually trying to treat the illnesses that you have, because it has to work that way. So, Happy New Year, rather belatedly, sorry. 2022 is gonna be an amazing year, and Sup Gap is going to achieve the impossible. I have no doubt about that. However, we can't do it without your support. We need numbers. We need people behind us, and so that's what I'm asking for. Just literally a first name and a postcode, first part of the postcode. Anywhere in the world, anywhere, all over the place. It doesn't matter where you're from, because obviously what we'll do with meetings and things like that, if we do have them, which we probably won't because I'm a lazy so-and-so, and we're not going to be pinging emails left, right and centre. Information is going to be shared online, because I hate emails, because they all ultimately end up in a marked flag to read later, and you don't get round to it. So we're going to do things differently. We're going to do things in the exboozehound way, which is, if you know me, is always different. And that's why I've got this project called Thinking Differently as well. But that's a different story for a different day. So, look, if you're struggling, just remember, every single time that you've been here before, worse or better, harder or easier, you've got through it. And I know what it's like. Sometimes I sit there and I think, I can't get through this one. I'm just not going to get through it. And deep down I know that I can, because we do have, let's be honest, if you look at it, we have 100% success rate for the past of getting through whatever our episodes are. And we'll keep on doing it. And warriors like you, life experience warriors never give up. We always keep fighting. Never give up, keep fighting, and don't let the bastards grind you down. Apologies for the swear word. I'm going to shut up now, because I've gone on a lot longer than I wanted to. And boom, there you go. Boom again. There you go. First vlog of 2022. Happy New Year, rather late in the day. My motto, enjoy the good and ride out the bad. Get on my website, check out Sup Gap, exboozehound.co.uk. Get an email sent over to supgap@exboozehound.co.uk with your first name and first part of the postcode. You can send more information if you want, but I'm keeping it basic because I don't want to hold data. I just want to get the numbers behind us, and when we got numbers behind us, we can actually start to do the job of making the. I know it sounds over the top, but it is. I know it's impossible, but we're going to do it. We're going to pull everybody together, and we are going to make the changes that we all know need to happen, and. We're going to work together with each other. My T-shirt, I'm not going to show you, but it's a new saying now, and it's them and us times working together equals progress and results. I used to have a saying which was them and us doesn't work, and this is the new one, and I think that's on the web page as well. So, look, Happy New Year. If you're struggling, just remember you can do it. Absolutely, have no doubt whatsoever. You're stronger than you think you are. If I can do it, you can do it. And let's make 2022 a Boston year, or a brilliant year if you're not from the Black Country. And let's make some difference to lots of people's lives, and let's do it together. Enjoy the good and ride out the bad, and I'll catch you all soon. Watch how you go. Bye bye.